And now, to the first prize in today's raffle in aid of the roof appeal. Thank you, Lily. Indeed. The magnificent holiday to the south of France, kindly sponsored by Dalesborough Travel Limited. So, thank you, guys. The winner of this prize will travel by Eurostar train to Paris, then catch the fast train south before spending the week on the beaches of the French Riviera. This fabulous prize also includes €200 spending money, and Barbara, this wonderful video camera kindly donated by A&K Electrics of Arbor Road. So, thank you. Right, the winner of this amazing prize is...
Obviously, there was a lot I was really excited for before the Paris trip was canceled. Most frustratingly, this would have been my first time to Europe, which obviously would have been amazing. And I was feeling so happy and grateful to Wayne State for being the method through which I would. But the other thing I was really excited for was the fact that while we were obviously sort of covering the very standard sites, you know, the Eiffel Tower, etc., Arc de Triomphe, the fact was we were being given a lot of freedom to really explore the city and kind of not necessarily stick with the group the entire time. I know Ruth in particular wanted to see an opera, which, good for her, mega respect, not my thing. I wanted to go to a restaurant where you ate in the dark. Not a lot of people's things. Heck, I was looking at like gaming cafes and just so much geek stuff, because, guys, I am a mega geek. When I found out the trip was canceled, I was devastated. I literally remember standing in the hall, first floor, Manugian, by the Chinese room, and my Asian cinema class was there, ironic, and getting the message, and my heart kind of stopped. And I sent a message to the WhatsApp like, hey, is this legit? Am I being punked? And then, of course, it was real, and I genuinely started crying. And to make matters worse, I went to get a drink from the vending machine, and it stole my money. Yeah, stole my money. Add insult to injury. So instead, you know, my mom and I did kind of put together a little quick visit to Toronto over spring break, which was wonderful. 3 nights, really enjoyed it. Saw medieval times, saw a bunch of museums, went to Stormcrow Manor, which, by the way, if you are a geek, check Stormcrow out. Please, it's so good. It's like a geek-themed eatery. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. That was fun. Oh, I did go to a restaurant where you could eat blindfolded, which, well, not blindfolded, in the dark, but seriously, really cool, really interesting experience. Mega thanks to Christine for recommending it. Obviously, it's hard enough to try and be creative, especially with the current lockdown. It's hard to try and recreate a foreign country when you're stuck in your bedroom. But there have been 3 ways that I really have been trying to sort of incorporate at least the spirit of the French, keeping my head above water. But particularly, Mom and I have really been discussing particularly history. I am really fascinated by the French Revolution and the food that people ate, like just through that time period. It's fascinating. Seriously, check out Super Sizes Go French Revolution. It's available on YouTube. It is funny, it's witty, it's made by the BBC, so it is historically accurate. But she and I have been talking about doing a trip to Paris. Well, Paris, Europe in general. Hopefully that, you know, pans out. I'd really love to, and it's given me a chance to really get to put my knowledge that I have gained through the course to the test, because I can actually like, hey, here's some things I want to do. Cool, great. Secondly, I've been sort of enjoying different media that at least presents Paris both fictionally and realistically. So that's been a lot of fun. It's great to just be able to see that city, and especially when you're looking at these films, you are seeing bustling, busy Paris, which isn't necessarily the case at this particular moment in time. And then finally, it's a little bit more basic, but, you know, I have been trying to let that French can-do, will-survive-anything attitude into my life by trying to just make sure I dress nicely every day. It's like, I'm not leaving my bedroom, but I'm gonna wear nice clothes. I'm gonna actually, you know, look decent and try to add that bit of style to my life. Honestly, I don't know. No idea. In all seriousness, I probably would still pick Disneyland Paris just because Paris is so huge. I don't think I could do it justice in one day. But Disneyland Paris, I could do easily in one day. But the fact is, it means so much to me. You guys saw just a sliver of the passion I have, and trust me, I feel so bad for my group mates. I love you guys, but if you had not kept me leashed, I would have just gone on specifically. I mean, I'd start out in Discovery Bay, which is unique because it's the only version of a Discovery Bay in any park, anywhere. The French version of the Haunted Mansion has its own storyline, totally unique, as well as a different ending to the standard, which is very exciting. I definitely think that the French are handling the situation a lot better than the US is. Then again, they were sort of more prepared for it, because it hit them first, and so they were trying to say, hey, guys, this is a situation. And so the French are definitely taking it a lot more seriously. I've seen a lot more, like, of a difference in lifestyle, enforced at least, because the French have to sign the documentation to even leave their house. Well, US people can kind of just go wherever, which isn't necessarily a good idea. Stay home, stay safe, please. If not just for yourself, but for your family, friends, loved ones, and other people's family, friends, and loved ones.